Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part two of the fitness habit tier list. Where last time we left off on the zigzag uh, habit of consuming calories. So let's just continue without yapping extra about absolutely nothing. We have a whole foods only. This means that whatever you are eating is not heavily processed, meaning you don't have snacks. All you eat is meat, fruit, veggies, grains, just things that are not a mixture of multiple things. I'm pretty sure that does include that you don't eat things like bread. This is obviously not bad. If you are someone who is generally not interested in having any kind of, you know, junk or snack, where you don't really want to, you know, have anything that is not, nutritious or stuff like that, then this diet might be fine for you. However, I would think that most people would struggle following a diet where they can only eat certain things, even if there's a lot of them, but it may become a bit repetitive, So for that, I will give it A tier, just because the principles are all there. Having hunger problems would be pretty hard, I would assume, and it just kind of checks all the boxes when it comes to having a healthy diet for any goal you may have. The next is whole foods most of the time. So whether it's like 70%, 80%, 90% where you eat mostly whole foods, but the other percentage is foods that you just may enjoy and fit in your diet. Like, if you wanna go out with someone, you can go and order whatever you want. Maybe it's somebody's birthday, and though you will eat mostly whole things for the entire day, you can let yourself have something else, like some candy, some cake, anything like that. That is going straight to S tier, and I think this is a habit that everybody should have. There are pretty much no foods that are strictly unhealthy. The only substance that I can think of that people consume that is objectively just unhealthy is alcohol, for the reasons mentioned in the last part. However, with food, it's not that simple. Yes, if you eat non-nutritious food, you shouldn't expect to feel great. However, if you eat mostly foods that will get you those goals, and if adding extra food that is not going to help you with that, but it satisfies your cravings and things like that, why not? It does not hurt. You are a healthy person if you prioritize whole foods, but also add in non-whole foods. If something is just high calorie, high carb, high fat, low protein, that doesn't mean that it is unhealthy if most of the things that you consume are healthy. Like, the healthy, unhealthy thing is more complicated than people think. It's like, oh, I thought you were working out. I thought you were trying to be healthy. Like, why are you eating fucking chocolate, whatever. Because I can. It fits my macros, it fits my calories, and I want it. It's as simple as that. Let's just move on. Calorie banking. This is similar to Zigzag, except you normally pick a day out of the week or the entire weekend where you, let's say you are trying to maintain a certain weight and your maintenance is 2500, but on the weekend, on both Saturday and Sunday, you would want to eat a lot more food, meaning you want to have a higher calorie days. If you would normally do that, you would end up gaining weight. However, to avoid that, Monday through Friday, you calculate the amount of calories you would need to make up for the weekend. So if with Zigzag you are eating more one day, less the other, with calorie banking you are eating less for most of the week and then eating more at the end or whenever you choose to. I'm gonna put it in the same tier. Wouldn't really work for me, knowing myself and my habits and my issues. But there's definitely people that have tried this and are still doing it because it's working for them. This is a good habit, especially to try out if you're struggling to maintain weight or lose weight or even gain weight. I mean, anything can help. If it helps, it helps. Use it. The next is getting in steps. Easy S tier, no questions about it. Though it gets annoying and boring, at least for me, because of where I live. This is still a great habit to have because it's just an all-around healthy thing to do. In fact, you can get a lot of steps in, right? And still not feel tired because walking doesn't require your body to work hard, so you're not getting tired unless you like walk to get like 20,000 steps, and yeah, well then I understand. But if you're going for like 8,000 to 10,000 steps ish a day, you're just good, you know. If you're trying to lose weight and you feel like whenever you do any other kind of cardio you just feel tired and more hungry, but you can't eat because you're in a calorie deficit, getting steps in is just a great thing to do. In fact, you can do it anywhere at pretty much any time, and I say at pretty much any time because, well, if it's like winter and there's a blizzard that's outside, I mean, you could go and get your steps in, but you know, I would say that's a justified excuse not to. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on. Higher calories, more cardio. Now, there's a lot of fitness influencers that will tell you that, well, our bodies don't work that way, and then they will show you the picture where it shows what percentage of your daily calories consumed is used for digestion. It's used in all of the bodily functions, and yes, they are true, and that is an important thing to learn for everybody. But yeah, and that is the reason why you shouldn't really do too much cardio and then reward yourself with more food. There is an issue some people have where they would typically be walking consistently, and when they start tracking calories, they take a look at their steps and see how many calories they burned allegedly, and they subtract that from the calorie limit they have, and then end up eating more. That doesn't work, because you were never eating extra just because you walked. So why would you do it now? Now, this could work if you're a genuinely really active person. It's like from the morning until evening you are moving, you are walking a lot, you are running, you are playing an outside sport, like you're doing things like that. Then it makes sense to eat higher calories. But if you're just using it as a habit to eat more, if you're doing cardio just to eat more, I'm gonna give it a D tier, because you're playing with food, literally. This can end up really bad, and the really bad thing that can end up is basically you becoming a little lazy, or having a day where you are exhausted, and then you're like, you're not capable of doing enough cardio to justify giving yourself more food, and then you realize that, shit, well, if I can't do more cardio, I can't eat more. Just unnecessary problems. I don't know what I'm talking about right now, if I'm gonna be honest. Next is the reverse of eating less calories but doing less cardio. This is just stupid. Might be even worse, actually. The thing is about it that if you're maintaining and you're strictly eating the same amount, and then you don't do any cardio, this includes not getting your steps in, you're just basically waiting until you get so bored you start thinking about food, and then problems happen. If you are trying to lose weight, this is even worse, because yeah, you're not spending extra calories on cardio, but you're also not occupying yourself. And hunger does not care about your, about whether you did extra steps today or not. If you're getting hungry around the same times every single day, you're gonna get hungry regardless. But then if you're not doing shit else and you eat a low amount of calories, you're fucked, and you cannot eat more, because then you would gain weight. I hope y'all are understanding what I'm trying to say here. Let's do the last one. This is no tracking. No tracking gets C tier at best. And the reason why is because most people who don't track, I can't lie, they don't make much progress. And the thing is, a lot of people might be lying about, the fact that if they don't track or whatever, but they do watch their food carefully, which is a form of tracking. And if, let's say, those people who claim that they don't track calories or macros, stuff like that, if they eat the same things, the same amounts every single day, yeah, obviously they might be able to maintain the physique, or just make, recomp progress over time. Yeah, no shit. It's kind of, it just makes sense. But the thing is, if you would track things, you would make progress way easier and more. I don't know any studies about this, but I'm sure there are a few at least that compare people who track versus who uh, do not. And I think people who track, they stay on track more. They end up improving their physiques, improving their health more than those who don't track. For me, if I stopped tracking forever, I would just be back to being fat. And that's not fun. So, this is all of it. Let me know if you want a part 3 with extra habits to be ranked. I don't know what to fucking say to you. Just fucking leave a comment, see something awful, and I will delete it after. I might even report you for I don't know, scam. Yeah. Peace.